We plan because it's better to have a process. If we don't have a process, then how do you guide the things that happen and how do you plan within your own community?
It's the first step in putting together recommendations for where we make capital investments.
Planning is about looking at all the different pieces together, not just one problem. If we just look at one problem in isolation, we may be creating additional issues on the system as a whole. So planning is about thinking about how we all work together so that ODOT, local jurisdictions, other entities are all working together towards a common solution.
It's critical that before we get around to spending the public's money, we engage them in what that need is and what are our alternatives for addressing it. For example, our project in Sisters, where that started out as a pavement need, actually a pavement preservation project. But we knew from our local partners that there were needs outside of the roadway section itself in the city of Sisters. So it was really a matter of pulling together those stakeholders, those interested in thinking about what else is needed in that section of Sisters that we can include as part of our pavement preservation project. And it turned out a lot of the street amenities that became connected to the project were as important as the paving project itself.
The Sisters Plan is a good example of how we are thinking about the congestion issues facing the community today, but also the land use and the people that live there. Because Sisters is a community around tourism, it's around culture, and it's around people getting to different businesses. So planning really thinks about the needs within that community, but also the needs of the highway system going through that community. Well, the transportation system and the needs of Oregonians and travelers vary over time. So we track things like the type of demographics in the state. So as we see changes in travel preferences by the younger generations wanting to use more public transportation or walk and bike more, and older generations need to access medical facilities. So some of those trends and demographics really help us to say, we need to be thinking about the needs that are changing right now and that will continue to change in the future, and that triggers us to create a plan.
We're looking at not only pedestrian now, but bicycle and multimodal.
So it's really important that we engage stakeholders, the public, our local partners early on.
The more information that you have and you get that out of planning, the better job you can do.